Hello my friends! Today I want to share with you a very tasty and easy recipe for the dessert. And it's easy by all means, very fast, and its taste I'm sure will please everyone who tries it. This dessert is without dough, it has no cookies and no baking, and for its preparation you only need a few minutes of your time. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so and also click the bell to receive notifications of more to come great and time-tested recipes. Let's start with 300 milliliters of cold milk. And the first thing I did was to pour 200 grams of quick-soluble gelatin with part of that milk, which is about 100 milliliters from the total amount. I have stirred the mass a little and set aside for the gelatin to swell. Next, for the dessert, we will need 3 egg yolks separated. In a saucepan with a thick bottom, I immediately added 60 to 80 grams of sugar. It is about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Then, with the help of a fork, or I used a whisker in this case, I mixed the yolks and the sugar a little bit to combine. After that, I poured the remaining cold milk, stirred a bit and went to the stove. Put the pot on the stove with the heat a little over medium. Heat it up while constantly stirring the mass. The mixture will gradually thicken a little bit, and as soon as it begins to boil and bubbling, you can take it off the stove. While it is still hot, you can add the gelatin, which has already swollen, and mix it well to combine the mass until nice and smooth. The gelatin should be completely dissolved, and then you can put it aside and let it cool for a little. In the meantime, add a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract or 10 grams of vanilla sugar to 300 ml or grams of plain yogurt or sour cream. Actually, any fat content will do, and mix everything thoroughly. And now all that's left is to add this yogurt and vanilla mixture to this other mixture of the egg, milk and gelatin, and using a whisk to combine everything one more time to the silky and smooth consistency. For this first batch, I will use regular silicone mold, but if you don't have one, don't worry. I will also show you another slightly improvised version of this dessert with an alternative way to form it in a milk carton. Now simply fill the mold with the mass, and if you want, you can add pieces of fruit or berries to this mass. But I want to tell you that the dessert is so self-sufficient that I personally decided not to do that. Now wrap it up or cover it with a cling film and put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours until it hardens completely. For this next variant, I repeated all the previous steps, and now I will divide the mixture into 2 equal parts. One half of it I will alter by adding a few teaspoons of cocoa powder. You can also add instant coffee or some fruits or food colorant. Choices are unlimited. Just be creative and don't be shy to write in the comments if you come up with something interesting. Some more cocoa powder to darken the mixture. And to form this dessert I will be using a milk carton. Yes, it can be any food item carton, and it will be a perfect mold for our dessert. First I filled a half of it with the cocoa mixture, put in the fridge for about 30 minutes, then I poured in the rest, and again it went to the fridge for another 2 to 3 hours until fully set. Instead of using layers like I just did, you can also try to mix 2 colored parts by just gently combining them with a few swirls of the spoon. The results may pleasantly surprise you. And after spending about 3 hours in the fridge, my dessert is ready. Look what a beautiful ivory color this dessert has, and believe me, the taste is something amazing. Now with the scissors, I gently cut out the package, which is easy enough to do. You can see that dessert comes right off the inside of the package and has this perfect rectangular shape. Look how smooth and tender it is. I think it looks very mouth-watering. Now if you want, you can decorate this tender jelly loaf. I just sprinkle it with some grated dark chocolate, but be creative and use your own toppings if you wish so. Also, for decorating we can use coconut flakes or slivered almonds. The texture is very tender and the consistency is smooth with no lumps. It tastes nothing like sour cream with gelatin, and not like custard either. It is possible that this dessert reminds me of some creamy panna cotta or maybe some kind of ice cream, But in any case, what turns out at the end is incredibly delicious. And also, if I didn't know that the recipe has a gelatin in it, I would never guess that. I strongly suggest you try it and write in the comments what it reminds you of. I'm 1000% sure that you will like it. I will be glad if you appreciate this video and such a simple recipe for the great dessert. Please like it, comment on it, share it and subscribe to the channel. And friends, I wish you a great day. Cook with pleasure, eat good food, and I will see you in the next one.